Hello, this is Tattoo Rose 1, and this is another day of my life of prepping. Welcome to it. Hi, YouTubers. It dawned on me that you don't know anything about me. Maybe that's why I'm not getting very many subscribers, not to mention I don't have a whole lot of videos up, but I'm going to start making canning videos and doing some recipes that I enjoy and want to share with you. But let me tell you about myself. I traveled 20 years working on a carnival, and that of course led me to not having any kitchen skills, because everything was, you buy it out there, eat what you want. Done a terrible thing to my body. Although I don't have high cholesterol, I don't have diabetes. I'm just overweight because my thyroid quit working completely. And due to the fact that I'm not working, I don't have medical insurance and don't qualify for Medicaid. So, that all being said, when I was a little girl, my grandma canned. And I loved my grandma, as I'm sure you did yours. And I wanted to can really bad. So finally, one day Grandma took me, and we picked a mess of green beans, and we canned all them green beans up. And a week later, I get this call to my mom from Grandma that says that all the cans over the week had failed. They all popped, and I couldn't can with her no more. Well, that really broke my heart. And she said there must be too much pH in my system. I realize there are certain times in the month that women have that problem, but they ruled all that out, and it was just me. It's my body. Well, now I'm canning on my own, and I use gloves to handle anything that I'm going to put in a canning jar. Back then, gloves weren't so prevalent as they are now. I worked as a CNA, as a certified nursing assistant, and I've got gloves all over the place. So I can use gloves, or I can go to Walgreens and buy them. So I'm able to can now. And thanks to Cat's Cradle, who sent me a pressure canner, I can can my meats, which I was really worried about going into the future and not having any meat, only having vegetables and such to live off of. So anyway, make a long story short, I came off the carnival in 1996. I settled here in Florida, St. Petersburg, and things are good. I've been married quite a few times, more times than you can count on one hand, and my present husband and I have been together 5 years, which is really great, and I love him much, and he takes care of me when I need to be taken care of, and he does a lot of the cooking. So by me learning to can, I'm learning to cook, which is a skill I was sorely lacking in. So, I have 5 children, 3 adult children, and I adopted 2 of my grandchildren. Now they're 12 and 13, and I wanted so bad this year to be able to can with them. They live with their father about 40 miles away, and the summer vacation this year was supposed to be learning to can. I had all these projects lined up, and my daughter came down, she's 12 years old, and wanted nothing to do with it. If it wasn't making cookies, she didn't want to do it. So I let her and my husband make their cookies, and she went back home after a couple of days because we have no internet for her to play on. She is addicted to the internet. So we brought my son down. My son, although he helped a little bit, he has Asperger's syndrome and can't quite grasp the ideas of what you're supposed to do and when you're supposed to do it. He stayed for a while, now he's gone home, and I love them both very much. Even though they are my grandchildren, they don't feel like grandchildren, they feel like my son and my daughter. So then we got to the great canning session that I went through by myself pretty much. And I also have a pantry full of preps. We're in the middle of taking the pantry and taking all the desks out of there and turning them into regular shelves. And as soon as I get that done, I will show you what we did to our pantry. We changed the bedroom from a bedroom into a pantry, and I think it's going to work out real good. I started prepping pretty much when everybody else did in the regular world when I saw Doomsday Preppers. Now, call it a fad if you would, but I thought it was a good idea because we live here in Florida on the coast, and we had just suffered our own SHTF where I had lost my job. So here I am. I lost my job due to the medicine that I take cause a the medicine that I take causes me to lose time, and it causes blackouts. And you say, well, if it causes blackouts, why do you still take it? I'll tell you, I have to. I have schizoaffective disorder, and in order for me to function in the world, I have to have my medication. Now, like I said, I started Doomsday Preppers, started watching it, and thought, here we had just gone through this of not having food, having to go to food banks, having to live on any charity we could until we could get our feet under ourselves. So we're living on a fixed income, and I said, never again. Never again will I be without preparation for a catastrophe. So I started watching Doomsday Preppers, and I realized a lot of the real preppers didn't like that series, but it really did open my eyes, because it was several things that I never would have thought could happen. So I started waking up. And doing that, the first thing I did was I went looking for a tortilla press. I went to this Mexican bodega, and they didn't have tortilla press, didn't know where to get one, but they have rice on sale. And I walked past it and I thought, 20 pounds of rice, $9. Seems like I remember 20 pounds of rice at Save-A-Lot, which is where I normally shop, to be at $13.99, $14. That's a savings of $5 a bag. So I bought 5 bags. And actually I bought 6 bags. And I came home and my husband had thought I went off the deep end. He says, my God, what are you doing? I says, well, honey, this is the situation. You know, and I explained to him of many reasons why we might need that latrice, and the possibility that we might wind up having to take in other people in our family. So he says that you want to do this, run with it. So I did. And every time I go to the store, I buy stuff for the preps. We're using our preps, so it's rotating. And then I started with the YouTube, looked up Doomsday Preppers, found Dave Sardy, started there, and started looking for videos, and found Cat's Cradle and Bear Prepper, and quite a few other people that have helped me understand how this all works. So I want to say thank you to them people for being there so that we can learn, and for all that they do every day to teach us different skills and different recipes. Because boy, we're going to need them recipes when SHTF really happens. So that's all I've got to say. Hope you get to know me better. Hope to get more subscribers, of course, because I'm going to be making some canning videos. So they'll be up there. And that's it.